Morning everybody.
Morning.
Morning. We're here at Alton Towers, nice and early with Rich today, because we've got a bit of a challenge planned. So as you may have seen if you're following us on our other social media, today we are going to start the day here at Alton Towers. We're going to do 2 rides, and then we're going to go to Legoland and do 2 rides there, go to Chessington World of Adventures to do 2 rides, and finish the day at Thorpe Park and probably do more than 2 rides. Although for this video specifically we're going to concentrate on those 2 rides at each park. We're going to try and do 2 coasters in each park, I think. The aim is to do 2 roller coasters in each park. Whether or not that will work out, I think it's going to depend on how long the queues are and how long it takes us to drive between each park.
Yeah, it's a lot of driving.
By the way, we are aware that a certain popular theme park related YouTube channel did do a very similar challenge last week, but we're trying to up the game a little bit by doing 2 rides in each park. I know that they only did 1 ride in each park. It's making it a little bit more difficult, but that's the whole point of challenges, isn't it?
Yeah.
And challenges are there to be done, really. I think.
Big challenge.
Well, I mean, like you'd say the people do the Florida multi-park challenges all the time, and that's not just a case of one person's done it, so you can't do the challenge again anymore. So I mean, we'll put our own twist on it.
We haven't been planning this since late May as well.
Yeah, it's been a while.
I first mentioned it in March. I was talking to one of my colleagues, Ben, at work the other day, and he found a Skype conversation that we had in March where I told him that we had this planned for August.
So we did want to be the first ones to do it because we didn't think anyone has done it. So fair play to the popular theme park channel for doing the challenge.
Yeah, absolutely fair play for doing it. They did a really good job last week. Well. But we're going to try and kick it up a notch by doing the 2 rides in each park.
So wish us luck.
Morning Towers. Morning Scarefest truck. Not truck, hearse. Hello again Stevie. Hello again Rich. We're into the park and there's a couple of people gone running in front of us, but we're not doing any of that running like Rich does enough of that anyway, outside of theme parks.
What if like 10 people run past us we're running?
Is this Stevie encouraging running? We are starting the day by heading over to Wickerman, the ERT. Good to get the new coaster for this year in as part of the challenge. And we always love a good ride on Wickerman. It's Stevie's favourite ride in the country as things stand. Until we ride the Swarm later, and then she decides that the Swarm is her favourite again.
It's between Wickerman, Stealth and Swarm. I love all 3.
Yeah, unless you're going to ride your 3 favourite UK coasters on the same day.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. I've also been told that I need to eat some Wickerman crisps in the Wickerman queue.
You have to share some Wickerman crisps.
Do you want some Wickerman crisps? I suppose we can have some Wickerman crisps. Do you want some Wickerman crisps, Rich?
I do love some Wickerman crisps.
Challenge is really getting underway now as we're walking into the Wickerman queue. Hopefully you get on the first train of the day, although there do seem to be quite a lot of fast pass people, so we might be on train 2. It's not too bad though, we'll still be out fairly quickly. Get over to X sector and get Oblivion in.
We got on the front.
Yeah, we got the front row. Stevie's wanted the front row on Wickerman.
Since before it opened.
And she finally got it.
It's going to be
Rich is on row 2.
Row 2, always on row 2.
Row 2. We finally got that row 1 ride that Stevie's wanted. We'll get the back row eventually. I've still not had back row yet. So we're in the Oblivion queue line. Oblivion says it is a 0-minute wait. She's doing good. And a little run across X sector to get the shot so you can actually see some Oblivion before we go and ride it. Get on this. Hopefully we're not sat on the brake run for too long as I go dark in the building. Yeah, hopefully we're not sat on the brake run for too long and we can get straight back to the car and get on the road. We are done with Oblivion. With that we are done with our 2 rides here at Alton Towers, and it's time to go to Legoland.
Long car journey!
Yeah, this is the long leg now. This is the 3-hour job over to Legoland, which is the bit of the day that I'm looking forward to the least. Driving to Legoland and the Legoland itself, to be honest, because it's not that it's a bad park, it's a great park, but Legoland is more aimed at families with kids, which me and Stevie do not have.
Apart from me today.
Apart from Rich. Rich does have kids, but they're not with us today. Rich is going to Legoland with the kids tomorrow. We are leaving Alton Towers as the majority of the guests are just arriving. It's a very strange experience. It's like a salmon swimming against the flow. We made it to Legoland, Stevie. Rich has already made it inside the park, almost. It's the lovely view from the top of the hill here at Legoland. And we don't have time to stop and admire it today. We're on a schedule. It's very crowded here at Legoland. However, we have made it across the park. Are you enjoying the queue for the dragons, Stevie? Loving it. There's Merlin. Got a bit of bird poop on his head. A bit, just a bit. Just arrived in the station for the dragon. Not been waiting too long, about 25 minutes. So should be on the next train after this one. We're done with the dragon. Did you enjoy the dragon? Was it worth a 45-minute queue?
No.
It was fun either way, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
It was fun. It's all part of the challenge. Now we are in our second queue for the day here at Bob's. Fourth queue of the day. Fourth ride of the day. Second one here at Legoland. It's the Dragon's Apprentice.
And I've left my sunglasses in the car.
Oh no. And it's sunny. Excuse us if we sound out of breath. We're power walking up the hill at Legoland.
Can't talk. Hill.
But we have done our 2 rides here at Legoland Windsor. Just got off the Dragon's Apprentice. She waited about 40 minutes for a kiddie coaster. But it's the only other roller coaster other than the Dragon here at the park. So to do our challenge we have to do it. And now we need to get out and get to Chessington World of Adventures. Thanks to Rich for delivering the drinks. And we are done with Legoland.
Yes.
See you later, Legoland. We are very done with Legoland after 2 40-ish minute queues for 2 family coasters. It's worth it for the challenge, Stevie.
Yeah, let's get in the car.
Get in the car, get to Chessington. Just approaching 4 o'clock and we're about to enter Chessington World of Adventures. In terms of crowd levels, it's a little bit quieter than Legoland, but the queues are longer. They're definitely longer, although Legoland's like less about the rides than Chessington is, I guess.
More about the Lego.
More about the Lego. So we're just wandering over towards Vampire. Got to love a bit of Vampire. That's a 75-minute queue at the moment, which is the longest queue we've had so far today. But needs must, and we should still have time to get another ride in when we come off Vampire before the park closes for the day, because it's on a 6 PM close today.
Oh, I'm really zoomed in on your face. Yo. Are you excited for Vampire?
Yeah, I like Vampire. It's a fun coaster. I'm looking forward to riding it again. I'm not looking forward to this 75-minute queue.
No, it's not moving very fast.
We're in the Vampire station.
Not like forever.
It's been a long queue. It's 5 o'clock now.
It's not been a mega long queue, we're just not used to it.
Yeah, we're not used to queuing. Usually we plan our day around stuff like this, but it's unavoidable, isn't it? But we have enjoyed our ride on the Vampire. It was quite a long queue, but it was a really, really good ride when we got on it.
I wouldn't queue that long for it normally.
Nah, but needs must today. I think we're just finding our way over to Scorpion Express now. It's going to be our next ride, our last ride here at Chessington before we head over to Thorpe Park. And we're doing pretty well. It's only 5:15 now, so plenty of time to get another ride in here.
I would say that Vampire, it's not one of my favourite rides or anything, but I do really enjoy it. It's not one that I'd rate as amazing, but it just makes me laugh all the way around. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's really fun.
That ride then particularly,
Yeah,
that go on it then, that was particularly good.
Yeah.
I think the last time we rode it in June, we did it first thing in the morning at ERT, and we stayed in the hotel, and it was a little bit slow, whereas the last few corners then it was absolutely flying.
Brilliant, enjoyed it.
Really enjoyed it. Now, probably going to enjoy the Scorpion Express a little bit less, but it's the shortest queue for a coaster in the park at 30 minutes. We were going to go on Dragon's Fury, but it has broken down, so no Dragon's Fury for us today, unfortunately. What have we learned, Stevie?
Don't like queuing in a box.
Yeah, the queue for Scorpion Express is a bit warm, isn't it, Rich?
It's very sweaty.
We're in a sweaty wooden box. Scorpion Express, that is done.
Very cosy.
Yeah, nice and squashed in there for Stevie, especially when it's mostly left-hand turns and I was on the right-hand side.
Bad idea.
Squashing Stevie. But that is our 6th ride of the day in the 3 parks that we've been to so far. It's just coming up to 6 o'clock now. Time to get on the road to Thorpe Park, which is open till 10 PM. So we're looking very, very good to get those 2 rides in there and complete the challenge.
Sorted.
That's a rather lovely sign, isn't it? That is the Thorpe Park entrance sign, right at the end of the day. 4th park of the day. We're here, Stevie. Should we go and do a couple of roller coasters?
Some proper coasters.
Yes, it's going to be nice. Oblivion this morning feels like a long time ago, doesn't it? Are we going to the Swarm? Swarm it is.
Swarm and Stealth.
Swarm and Stealth. Doing really well because a lot of people seem to be leaving Thorpe Park at the moment. It's... my watch has died. What's that? Oh, there we go. It's 10 to 7. The park's open for over 3 hours yet. And look at all these people leaving.
3 hours!
3 hours of some absolutely fantastic coasters.
Well, luckily, Stealth's a 3-hour queue.
We are 7 coasters into the 4 park challenge. 1 more to go, and what a better way to finish than being launched at 80 miles an hour onto Stealth. Let's see a bit of that. Let's do it. We've just been up there. Very fast. Very fast. And what a way to finish the day that was. Epic. We've done all 4 Merlin parks in the UK in 1 day, 2 coasters in each park, and we just finished at 80 mile an hour over that 200-foot lump over there, and we've done it.
Can't believe it. It was not any point didn't think was going to do it. I just worried about traffic and stuff, but
yeah, you never know, like if you're going to get a breakdown somewhere, or you get stuck on a ride for half an hour and then that's like the end of the day in that park, for example.
Well, especially the queues in Chessington as well. I thought if those weren't as bad, we probably would have done it at 6 o'clock. But
yeah,
I'm over the moon with it. You know, it's like 4 parks, 2 rides, 1 day.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's been a really, really good day. Definitely, I'd recommend giving it a go yourselves if you've got a plan. It's a big day out, a lot of driving for whoever's doing the driving, but I'd absolutely recommend it. But that's going to do for us for today. We're going to leave the vlog there. I'm going to enjoy a nice evening off, I think, here at Thorpe Park.
Don't forget to catch mine as well for our Richard vlogs.
Absolutely, make sure you check out Richard's vlog from the day as well.
Especially because it's his birthday, you know you have to.
Absolutely. We will see you guys soon. Bye.